I just had to hear all that for 5 years, really.
Yeah.
You know, so it was a bit frustrating because the people that's on the outside looking in, they didn't have an idea of what was really going on, but they was just, you know, making up stuff, and the media and other people that believed them was just going with it.
Yeah.
So once we got the fight over with, it was just like a sign of relief.
And before we go into that photo, Steve.
I haven't talked about that yet.
Okay, let's talk about this. Terence Crawford's a great champion as well.
Yeah.
You're a great champion.
Yeah.
First time you've seen him in a while. What did you guys tell each other tonight?
Nah, he just said something. So I don't know. There's there from one. I like that. I like that. He's best in the business. I like that. Been around this long. There's there from one. I like that.
Canelo Alvarez. The boxing world has been buzzing about Terence Crawford's looming mega fight with Saul Canelo Alvarez. The September showdown promises to be one of the most significant events in modern boxing.
I mean, why not? If Crawford wanna challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great, you know. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm with it. So, you know, I'll be going for Bud, you know, if he fight Canelo, I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he gonna win or lose, but I did.
Collision of the pound for pound. Greats whose legacies have already been cemented, but whose ambitions continue to push them into uncharted territory. What no one expected, however, was former rival, and the man he defeated in one of the most talked about fights of the past decade to step into the same gym and join him in training camp. Yet that's exactly what happened, and in doing so, Spence says he found something he'd been missing, his love for boxing. To understand why this moment carries such weight.
25. Y'all gotta stop capping on me, man. The only reason I look overweight in that picture is because I had on like 3 sweaters that's cold as fuck in Japan. Like, stop it with this shit, man. I stay fit, man. You dig? Yes, sir.
It's important to rewind to July 29, 2023, when Crawford and Spence met in Las Vegas in a welterweight unification bout. It was the fight fans had demanded for years. To undefeated champions finally facing off for supremacy at 147 pounds. The build-up was heated but respectful. Both men knew they were chasing history. That night, Crawford delivered one of the most masterful
Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. for providing us an unbelievable night of boxing here in Las Vegas.
Performances in modern boxing, stopping Spence in the 9th round after dominating from the opening bell. The result shocked many who had expected a razor-close battle for Spence. It wasn't just a loss, it was a humbling moment. The kind that forces a fighter to look inward and decide what comes next. The defeat took more out of him than just his belts. Training became routine rather than passion.
I never want to fight him coming off an accident like that. Because when I beat him, then y'all gonna say it was because of the accident. Right. He fight. He beat Danny Garcia. I was in the crowd. I said, nah, he can't beat me. That's the first time I seen Spence fight live. I said.
So you knew then when you seen that?
I'm like yeah, because you know it's different on TV than when you watching it.
The thrill of competition dulled. The fighter, who had once been one of the most feared men in the sport, found himself questioning whether he still wanted to do it at all. Months later, as Crawford began preparations for his highly anticipated move up to face Canelo Alvarez at super middleweight, an unexpected phone call took place. According to sources close to the fighters, Crawford reached out to Spence directly. It wasn't to talk trash or relive their fight, it was to extend an invitation. Crawford's camp for Canelo would require sparring partners with elite skill, high ring IQ, and the ability to push him to his limits. Spence, even in defeat, fit that bill perfectly. Spence reportedly told friends, but Bud's always been about the work. He said, if I wanted to get in some rounds, the door was open. No pressure, eat first. Spence hesitated, stepping back into the ring with the men
in the fight. Yeah. But I just felt like, you know, he came prepared and he was ready and he fought a good fight.
Yeah.
He was awkward, he was patient, he was determined, he stuck to his game plan, and he did what he had to do.
The man who had handed him his first professional loss wasn't an easy choice, but the competitor in him couldn't resist, and so, for the first time, the two shared a gym as training partners instead of opponents. Those present during the early sessions say the energy was electric. There were no cameras, no hype crews, No manufactured drama, just two of the best fighters in the world, pushing each other to sharpen their tools. Spence found himself surprised at how much he enjoyed the work, the drills, the sparring, the sweat. It all brought him back to the days when he was still climbing the ranks, hungry for every challenge. Observers noted that while their sparring was competitive, it wasn't hostile. The respect between them was clear. They pushed each other hard, trading fast combinations, testing angles, and working on footwork. Crawford's speed and adaptability met Spence's pressure and precision in a way that brought out the best.
Oh, well, he's money hungry. He's looking at money and he's trying to cash out and this and that. I've been getting money for years. I've been getting millions for years. Yeah. And I'm not stupid with my money. As you can see, I don't buy no Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and you know what I mean, walk around with 100 people around me and I got all this jewelry.
Best in both men. This unexpected alliance did more than help Crawford prepare for Canelo. It helped prepare the image of a rivalry that, while fierce, was never built on hatred. After their fight, fans and media often speculated about tension between the two, but in reality, there was mutual admiration beneath the surface for Spence. Training alongside the man who bested him could have been an ego-bruising experience. Instead, it became a reminder that boxing is bigger than wins and losses. It's about growth. But
definitely, it was exciting. The whole build up to it and leading up to it too. So it's something that, you know, I wouldn't change for nothing, and I'm definitely open to the rematch, and hopefully it'll be at 154.
But beat me, no doubt, Spence admitted. But that doesn't mean we can't push each other to be better. That's what real fighters do. For Crawford, bringing in Spence was a strategic move as well as a symbolic one. Canelo is a very different fighter from Spence, shorter, stockier, with a more explosive counterpunching style, but Spence's pressure and discipline mimics certain challenges Crawford expects to face. In camp, Crawford has been working on timing, range control, and combinations that can keep a physically stronger opponent off balance.
Think about Canelo right now, but I mean, if the fight come across the table, you know, I definitely take that fight. You know, I feel like, you know, 165, 168, that's more my natural weight, and it's a lot easier for me to make. So I definitely take that.
Balance. Spence's ability to cut off the ring forces Crawford to stay sharp, move with precision, and find openings under pressure, exactly the kind of preparation he'll need against Canelo. This fight with Canelo is about more than just skill. Crawford told reporters it's about mental toughness, discipline, and staying focused when every second counts. Sparring with Errol, that keeps me honest. Rumors swirl about a potential rematch with Crawford down the line, possibly at a higher weight class, but Spence isn't rushing into anything. First, he wants to get back in the ring and prove to himself and the world that he's still one of the best in a sport often defined by grudges, trash talk.
I think if anybody can put it off, he can put it off.
Yeah.
He's chasing greatness, so why not? Canelo came up to 175 and all that, and fought Kovalev and fought the other guy too. So I mean, if he can do it, and he started at what, 147. So I mean, if he doing it.
And rivalries that spill over into bitterness. The sight of Spence and Crawford working together is rare. It sends a message to younger fighters. Competition doesn't have to breed hostility. Their time in the gym together is a testament to the idea that greatness recognizes greatness even in defeat. It's about mutual respect, shared ambition, and the understanding that iron truly does sharpen iron. When Crawford steps into the ring against Canelo Alvarez, he'll carry not only his own experience, but also the sharpened edge forged in those quiet, intense sessions with the man who once stood across from him under the brightest lights. And when Spence makes his return, fans will be watching to see whether this renewed passion translates into whatever happened.
Broke him down and was able to stop him at the end.
Everybody's wondering what's going on with you and Terence Crawford. This fight gonna happen?
I think it's gonna happen. We both want to fight. I want to fight. He wants to fight, and you know, it's going down to negotiations. So I think I definitely gonna get the fight this year, and we're gonna score off this year with the biggest fight in boxing.
It is the biggest fight in boxing. Where and when, if you were guessing?
I don't know where. I don't know when, but it's definitely gonna be this year.
Happens next. One thing is clear: this was more than just sparring. It was a reminder that boxing, at its core, is about the love of the fight, and sometimes all it takes to find that love again is the right challenge, the right partner, and the willingness to